What's going on, YouTube? It's Wes, representing Demigod Fitness, bringing you a nutritional talk video. I'm just going to answer and discuss a question I usually get all the time, which is how can people start making changes to their nutrition so they can see results? What are the easier ways? And there really aren't any easy ways, but usually what I try to tell people to do is figure out what type of person you are and which way you've adapted your metabolism. There's multiple ways you can shut down your metabolism, or I won't say shut down, it's never just shut down unless you have a thyroid problem or actually have a doctor tell you something's wrong with it. But you can be an overeater with no activity, which is just in a calorie surplus the whole time and is not putting any output. So their metabolism will stop because of that. They're getting too much food and not enough's going out, so they just store thinking something's going on. And then we have the undereater, who's in a calorie deficit and has a lot of output in their daily activity. They go work out intensely, they do cardio, but they're not getting the results that they think they should be getting based on what they do every day. They think they eat healthy, and they probably do. So there's two different ways you could adapt your metabolism to stop. Both of them can be combated, just in different ways. So you figure out which way you are. Which one are you, overeater or undereater? The overeater, they may be in a tad bit of a better situation because they can already kind of cut back their calories, and if they just add in some activity, could be just cardio, 30 minutes, 3 times a week, something like that, they'll see some type of results. For the undereater, they most likely will have to build up slowly, a little bit at a time, maybe 100 calories or so every other week. And the reason for that is because their body's already used to taking so low because they can't cut any more calories. And that's what they always think, well, less is better, so just cut the food and keep working. No, that usually stalls you out, because once you hit 900, 1,000 calories for a woman, male is probably around 1,300 to 1,200. Once you hit that, there's not too much more you can cut and anything happen. Everybody has a BMR, which stands for basal metabolic rate, which means basically if you was in a coma, the hospital would be giving you that through an IV to keep you alive. That's how the simple, as slow as you can go, just for life. So, and there's a lot of people that don't even get that number in. So you would at least want to be getting to that number and working your way up to your total daily energy expenditure number, your TDEE. A few ways that you can find out which one you are, overeater or undereater, is if you have a smartphone, you can get you an app. MyFitnessPal is what I use, and I recommend most of my clients because it's simple, it's free. Or there's other ones like Grub Coach I hear is pretty good, stuff like that. There's an app you can get. You can type in all your food you eat, and they have literally everything you can think of, and find out which one you are compared to your TDEE or your BMR whenever you figure those out, and see how close you are or how over you are. And then once you get those numbers, then you can figure out how much less you should be eating or how much more you should be eating, and then go with your workout plan based on the numbers. Nutrition comes first, always. And if you don't have a smartphone, you can get online somewhere. You probably have computer access somewhere, and you can still use like MyFitnessPal on the website. You just need to remember what you ate, and then when you get to the computer, you have to just kind of type it in, but it still pops up everything. I would recommend you keep track of that for a few days, and then get the average of those 3 days, and see that's what you're probably taking in most likely on average. So add those with the numbers that you should be getting in. If you're over, just add in some activity and see what happens. And once you lose a little bit and it stalls quickly, then you kind of cut back. But make simple changes to your diet. Just don't cut out half your food. If you're a soda drinker, cut out sodas or replace them with diet sodas. If you're a fried food person, just switch from fried, to baked or grilled. It's not too hard. You can make little changes here and there and still get away with it. If you're an undereater, you'll be happy because you get to eat more. Just keep your activity the same, if not even cut it back some, and slowly add in, like I said, 100, 150 calories every other week, and you'll be surprised that you probably will get leaner actually as you're adding in food. I've actually had that happen to myself way back before I even knew anything about nutrition. I had a friend who was a genius in this nutrition stuff, still is actually. He's still one of the few people I'll question if I ever get to run into him. But he was the one that told me about nutrition a long time ago, that said, well, if I would get in my food, I would actually get leaner. And I did. He was 100% correct. First one told me about actually using whole milk. Don't get 2% milk. And I actually recommend whole milk to most of my people, especially for men. You need fats, but that's a different topic for a different day. But those are the ways you can figure out what you are, an undereater or an overeater. So figure that out. Once you figure that out, go from there. Because nutrition is number one. You can have the best workout routine, the best cardio routine, and if your nutrition's not on point, then nothing's going to happen. So the first step to making changes to your nutritional life is to figure out which changes you need to make that are best beneficial to you in your situation, if you're an undereater or if you're an overeater. And then there's multiple types of foods that'll help you out. But if you want to hear more about that, you can just leave comments below and I can give examples. I can make videos about each. I can show you a full day of eating. I can map out a diet plan, how I would do for how I think a perfect day of eating is for anybody. Just let me know what you want to see. This is Wes again, representing Demigod Fitness. If you got any questions, just leave them down below. Like, share, comment. Thank you.